I hate 2020. Hello peeps, what's up? How you doing? I hope you're safe during this pandemic. But this video is going to be a little bit different than my other ones, because my other ones, I do my own songs and my own funny stuff, and for my trailer I jumped off my roof. That was fun. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about a couple different issues besides the pandemic, which, by the way, I know we're all stressed and we all feel like we're going to want to jump out a window. I know I feel this way. You are not alone. And anyway, I was going to be talking about a couple different issues, like April is Autism Awareness Month, and I know I'm late on that, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, which is this month, which is almost over, and then next month, which is June, which is almost here, is Pride Month. So I was going to talk about those issues kind of like a quarantine edition, and they're not really issues, just things that are going on. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was April, which was Autism Awareness Month, and I didn't see anything about it, so I thought I should say something. And I get it because quarantine or whatever, but I really think something should have been said, so I'm saying it now. I'm going to talk about how to include them, or at least my tips on how to include them during quarantine, and also say that you should include them, because whether they say it or not, they do want to be included. And this doesn't go just for them, this goes for anyone. Sometimes, like, humans in general have a hard time expressing that they want to be included in something because is of certain reasons. One of them actually being, if you're trying to say something like that, you could be called an attention seeker, which is really stupid. But anyway, I just want to go over ways to include them. So number one is if they have a phone, text them, call them, say like, hey, how are you? You might want to ask some basic questions, but if you're close with them, you could ask them some more complex questions. I don't know how you guys' friendship works with them, but just like text them and call them. And so if they don't have a phone, you could try calling them on their iPad if they have it, or going on a Google Meet with them. Or you could ask one of their parents if you could call them on their phone. So yeah, another thing I want to mention is that when you're talking to them, don't use a baby voice. Don't be like, hey, go, oh, hi, yeah, hi, yeah. No. I don't think this should work, and I know this at least with my sibling, because I have a sibling with autism. This doesn't necessarily work because it makes them feel like you're treating them like a baby, or they're a burden, or they're very different from everyone else, which the number one rule when it comes to this, and I think this goes for anyone, is that they're a person first and foremost. So yeah, just don't talk to them in a baby voice. Please don't. It's not going to go very well. You could call them, you could text them, and if neither of you guys have a phone or a device, you could go on a Google Meet or Zoom or whatever you use. Yeah. My point is like, you could just check up on them, and yeah. So that's my tips on how to include them. Please use them because they want to be included, and I think we all do, because I know personally that even the most outgoing people can slip through the cracks. So that's why I gave these tips on how to include them. So the next month that we're going to be talking about is this month, which is May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I know during this whole pandemic, it is very hard for people who are struggling with depression, anxiety, etc. You guys are probably feel more lonely than you already felt to begin with, and you probably had at least a couple screaming matches with your parents. And people with anxiety, stress levels have probably gone through the roof. But I just wanted to say that it does get better, and that you're worth so much more than you think. And I am in no qualified position to give you advice on what to do and tell you how to get better, because I'm not a certified therapist. But what I can tell you is that it does get better, and that you are worth so much more. And no matter what anybody tells you, you are beautiful, you are strong, and you are brave, and you are more of that than anyone could ever know. So please hang in there. I can promise you that things do get better with the right people and the right help. And that's really all I have to say. You are amazing. And the last and final month that we'll be talking about is next month, which is June, which is Pride Month, which that is supporting and showing pride for everyone part of the LGBTQ plus community, which, by the way, I support you, and I'm very proud of you for finding yourself and who you are and loving who you love. And I want to say, show it, embrace it, be you. And that's really all I have to say on that. That's really all I have to say. I hope you guys learned something from this PSA, and I support you no matter who you are, what you do, or what you're dealing with. Peeps.